Alright, hi, this is Sam Welker from ThinkParticle.com, and I'm here to show you your holiday present from ThinkParticle and from Charles Rowland on Twitter. He's Raging Claw. So, what we have here is a joint chain, and I'll get into what all of this is in a bit, but I just wanted to show you just some things that I've been able to do with joints. And joints are very powerful if you use them the right way. You can control either a vertice or many vertices, and this is just my simple understanding of it. I am by no means any good at rigging, but I'm learning it, and I find it fascinating. So, what we have here is a joint chain controlling a plane, and it's got several vertices in the plane. And a cloth NURBS. So if you look at the bottom and we turn on chord shading, or actually you can look at the top, you can see how many vertices we have. And what we have here are, let's see, there we go, is our joint chain controlling a plane, which we could, then clone. And we could move it, not in the y-axis, but in the x-axis, 400. Odd, it does need to move up. Anyways, and then we can, rotate the joint chain and go back to the clone. And, well, actually, that didn't work. But the point is that you can use joint chains to do cool things. And I worked on this script with Charles to, apply joints very quickly to a mesh. So let's go ahead and select a joint, and we will move it. So what we have done is we take an edge selection, and we go ahead and take that edge selection and apply a joint chain to it. So let's go ahead and go to display chord shading and do 1 on the height segments. No, actually 1 on the width, 12 on the height. And we can just hit C, go to edge selection, and we need to have a cut down the center. So we'll get the loop select, or the loop cut, and we need to deselect what we have selected. So I'll just use the button in my interface. Okay, we make a cut. Doesn't have to be perfect for demonstrative purposes, but we will perfect it anyways by putting it in the dead center. Then we go ahead and take this edge selection and just go ahead and click on our button right here, Edge Selection to Joints. And we can then go ahead and select all of these by selecting them and selecting the children. And then we grab the plane and we go to Character, Commands, Bind. And I'm just going to turn these all up and select all of the children again and rotate, and that is how fast it is to make stuff like this. And you don't have to do it with planes, you can do it with anything. But and you can get some really abstract shapes out of it. Go ahead and add a hyper NURBS and get some weird, motion graphics interface items if you are interested in that sort of thing, if you think that looks anything like that. But anyways, and the main reason we made this tool was for base meshes. There is a really annoying thing about making a joint and having to move it. At least this is how I was doing it. And then going to snapping and turning on vertex snapping, and we'd go ahead and we'd move it, and I would move it over right here to the point, and it would be just a little difficult sometimes, and then occasionally it would line up perfectly. But occasionally I'd move it and I would rotate the view, and it wouldn't be, it would be offset just a bit. And then I'd have to go in and move it and figure out which axis to go into, and we had to zoom all the way in, and I had to do that for every joint, right? Well, what we have now is the ability to go in with the edge selection on the base mesh, and this is a really, really terrible base mesh, actually, so don't reference this as a base mesh, but we can go ahead and take this selection right here and turn it into a joint chain. Select the joint chain and all of the children of it by select children, and then go ahead and expand object group, and then group them into a null, and just call it like left eyebrow. And you can take all of these joints and select the base mesh, go into object mode, character, commands, bind. So, and I still need to learn how to do binding. Rigging is not my specialty, but it's a neat tool, and it is incredibly convenient to make these a lot quicker. And the point was not to bind properly, which I clearly did not do. The point was to show you how fast it is to make joint chains, and it is a nifty little tool, so I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions or recommendations, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to keep updating this as I can. Thanks for watching. I'm Sam, again, from thinkparticle.com, and again, follow Raging Claw on Twitter. Thanks, bye.